welcome. Welcome back to another video. Second video that I'm uploading of many more to come in the future. I hope you guys are doing well. Whoever's watching this, I hope you're doing amazing. It's a Friday. It's Valentine's Day, actually. The day of love. If you celebrate, whether it's celebrating for a loved one, celebrating for yourself, celebrating for God, I hope you have a great day. Hope you take care of yourself. Hope you take care of your loved ones. It's all that can really matter for a day like this, honestly. Really taking care of yourself. That's like, you should be putting that first every day, of course. But I think Valentine's is a good reminder of, having love for yourself too. Don't only think about other people, even if you have a significant other, think about yourself, of course. That is very important. So today, as the title brings to life, I would like to talk about adaptation and evolution, and why I believe one is more important than the other in terms of physical growth, in terms of mental growth, and in terms of life growth in general. Let me see if I can get it. Hopefully you guys can still, there's a good amount of light, so hopefully it's not too bad as far as the lighting goes in here. But yeah, something I've been thinking about a lot is evolution and adaptation. And I know a lot of people would hear that and be like, oh, those go two together, hand in hand, Isaiah, what are you talking about? It's the same thing. But to me, as I get older, I've started to realize that evolution is more important than adaptation. Because while you do adapt to evolve, some would probably say that adaptation is more important for the reasons being able to necessarily, like, let's say you want to walk into a room and, it's your first time, for instance, walking into a room with a bunch of business partners that you're meeting with, right? And you've never really had a real business conversation, right? And you don't necessarily know what to say. It's just all hypothetical, right? You don't really know what to say. Are you able to adapt to that situation? Are you able to adapt to that conversation and be able to speak eloquently? Are you able to talk about the things that matter? Are you able to bring up the important lessons that need to be had in that situation? Maybe yes, maybe no. A lot of people are really bad at it. A lot of people are really good at it. Me, myself, I'm all right. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I'm sure some of you guys can, relate. I'm somewhere in the middle, Sometimes I'm really good at speaking. Sometimes I suck at it, But I'm getting better, But to me, that's why I think, evolution is more important. Because let's say even for something like that, right? If you're able to evolve over time, right? If you're able to do the things necessary in order to evolve into that person that you want to be. So taking the businessman, for example, the businessman example that I just stated, an evolver would already have put themselves in scenarios and situations, and it doesn't matter what they were doing prior to going and walking into that room. They would have already put themselves into that mindset, into those scenarios where they taught themselves how to speak eloquently. They taught themselves how to have a business direct conversation. And it doesn't matter what conversation they were having. So like, you could be working at, freaking Subway, You know what I'm saying? Hey, no hate to anybody working at Subway or McDonald's, or if you're watching this and that's you, I don't mean to say that in a disrespectful way. I just mean to say, let's say you're working at Subway, right? Subway, right? And you want more for yourself. That's hopefully why you're watching my videos. You want more for yourself. You want to elevate your mind state. You maybe want to own a Subway franchise. You know what I'm saying? You maybe want to start your own Subway business, like food business. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you want to do something completely different than Subway. You're just doing it to make some extra money on the side or whatever right now. More power to you. But anyways, let's say you're working at Subway, right? An adapter might not ever think about doing what I'm about to say. An adapter might not ever think about doing certain things that are going to evolve them into being that person, that business person that they want to be, that mentally stimulating person that they want to be. They might come in every day and they're just adapting to the situations that are happening around them. So, your boss tells you, oh, we got to make X amount of subs today. We got a big reservation party coming up. I don't know how it works over at Subway, but let's say that's the thing, right? An adapter might just look at that scenario, that situation, and be like, oh, like, cool. I'm just gonna go straight to work, put my earbuds in. I'm gonna adapt to the situation that I have at hand. I am not used to making this many subs. I'm just gonna do the work. An evolver, though, might look at that scenario, be like, okay, we're about to meet with a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are gonna come in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make these sandwiches as best as I can. But my thought process as an evolver is gonna be, okay, how can I get to the person that's running this organization, that's running this party, talk to them about it, talk to them about how they got to where they're at in life, and have these conversations with certain people that are doing better than me in life, so that I can do better in life, right? Right now, I'm a bartender. I meet hundreds of people every day. I see hundreds of people every day. The thing that stands out to me as a bartender and why I've been so, I guess you could say, hellbent on becoming an evolver instead of an adapter is because for so long I was an adapter. And I think being an adapter allows you to kind of skate by, like you're kind of just taking it day by day. You're not really thinking about, 5 years down the line most of the time, 2 years down the line, even next month, you're just kind of walking into the room and you're like, okay, how can I be the best person here? But you weren't thinking about being the best person there like a week ago. You were thinking about being the best person you were a week ago, versus now as an evolver, I'm like, I meet certain people and I see, certain businessmen or businesswomen, and like, I just talk their ear off, and to me, it's like, yeah, I'm just working a job, and I could honestly just be, the type of person to kind of just be like, oh, what do you want to drink? Make them a drink and go sit on my phone, for 30 minutes while they eat. But it doesn't matter who walks into that bar. I'm talking to that person for like 20, 30 minutes straight. And I always tell people, if I'm annoying you, or if, you don't want to talk too much, I completely understand. But one thing about me that I really truly do believe is that you never know who you're going to speak to, and you never know what that conversation is going to bring you, what type of knowledge, what type of wealth, what type of connection that conversation is going to bring you. So I guess my point in this video is, above all, if you find yourself as kind of what I explained as an adapter, where you don't, necessarily take the necessary steps to be the person you want to be, or mold yourself into the individual that you want to be. You're kind of just taking it day by day, and when you walk into that room, you're like, not necessarily frantic or anything. You might be good at it. You might be really, really good at being an adapter. I don't know. I would hope so. If you're an adapter, I would hope so. You might be really good at it. But let's say that that's you, and you want to be able to mold yourself into being an evolver. You know, even if you already own a business or you're already doing really well in life and you're watching this video, think about some things that you could be doing on the side to become an evolver. If this is, you know, a video that you're watching and you feel like you know, are not where you want to be at in life, hey, brother, sister, like, I understand you, you know, and that's why I'm also trying to change who I am and grow as a person. So thank you for watching this video. But if you find yourself being an adapter and you want to turn into an evolver, you know, I wouldn't necessarily say watch a bunch of videos on it, but you know, watch a couple videos, find some, you know, my videos I hopefully will help you, you know what I'm saying? I figure that out. But you know, watching some videos on, you know, how to speak like a businessman or a businesswoman, do things like meditate on the things that you want to become and you want to be better at. Pray. If you are a religious person, it's one of the most important things you can do. And even if you're not religious, if you're spiritual, find something to pray to. You know, I'm not going to tell you what religion to be or what to do, but you know, it's so important. It's so important. And until you realize that, it's going to be a lot of things that necessarily probably don't make sense to you. That's just the way I kind of see things. When I wasn't super religious, you know, whenever I don't speak to God, I don't want to make this too much about religion, but whenever I don't speak to God, you know, things in my life don't go as well. It's an important relationship to have with the creator of what all of this is, you know. But yeah, meditation, prayer, and having a strong belief system in your mind, you know, and that goes hand in hand with meditation for sure. But having a strong belief system in your mind to be able to, you know, you have negative thoughts or you have something going on where you're like, oh, I can't do this, I'm not that, you know, fuck all that. Excuse my language. I don't like to cuss too much, but fuck all that, you know, like, get all that out of your head. You know what I'm saying? You're here for a reason. You know, you have more light in you than you realize. There's more to you than you realize. I don't care if you've made $1 million. I don't care if you are struggling. There's so much good in you, you know? That's why you're watching this video, because you want to be better than what you are. But you're already a great person. Trust me, believe, I know that. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be resonating with this, watching this 13-minute video all the way through if you didn't resonate with this in some way, shape, or form. So, you know, just have a good belief system and act on it every day. If you have negative thoughts, get those out of your head. No matter what you got to do, tell yourself, even if you feel like you got to lie to yourself until it becomes the truth about how good of a person you are, you know, because you are. But if you feel like you're lying to yourself, that's what I mean. You know, sometimes you got to do that. The brain is a tricky thing. It's a window to the soul, it's a window to the heart, and the heart is a window to the soul. But if the soul isn't happy, the other two things aren't going to fall in line. So, you know, I don't want to get too much into all that. That's a lot of different stuff. I'll make some more videos about that in the future. Especially I'll make some videos on like meditation, how to meditate, how to create new belief systems and things like that. This has kind of been a long video. I did kind of ramble a little bit, but mainly wanted to talk about adaptation versus evolution. Of course, I always want to give you guys something to lead off with. So your homework, if you watched this far, meditate for 5 minutes today. If you already meditate, if you know how to meditate, meditate for 30 minutes today. Meditation, it's going to keep it short and simple. I will make another video in the future. Go to Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever you have access to. Look up binaural beats, BINURAL RAL, beats, binaural beats. Look up some type of frequency. You know, I usually like alpha. Gamma beats are pretty good. They kind of help you fall asleep a little bit more. Alpha beats will kind of help you like focus. Beta, a little bit more sleepy, but that's good for meditation too. Look into these things: alpha, beta, gamma, binaural beats. Just put some on. Close your eyes. Don't try and stop the thoughts. All right? It's not about stopping the thoughts. Meditation isn't about that. Meditation is about connecting with yourself. 5 minutes for beginners, 30 minutes for experienced people. Experience means you've done it before in the past and you know that you can do it. You know that you can handle a meditation for 30 minutes. Do it. Love yourself. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. I'm gonna cut it off here. Much love, much peace. Stay safe, and till the next one.